This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. Is it Tuesday?
It is.
Hey, Tuesday.
I like your Veronica Lake look. It's gorgeous.
What do you mean? Let's go get a gimlet after work. Hey.
I wait till after work.
Yeah, I guess right now. Okay. Right. Welcome to Daily Blast Live. We've got Dr. Coley joining us.
Yes.
Good to see the doc. And today we're going to start with a really actually alarming report. If you didn't know, the American Psychological Association is demanding that social media platforms make serious changes to protect our kids. Dr. Coley, I want to read you this quote, from the APA's chief science officer. He says, quote, social media platforms know that the answer is to structurally correct harmful design features and functions. Most children and adolescents lack the experience, the judgment, and the self-control to manage their behaviors on these platforms, which is why we see over 50% reporting at least one symptom of clinical dependency on social media today. I've never seen the APA make such a demand here. What does this report say, Doc?
This is the second of two warnings, and I really worry because my nephew, 6 years old, he's on YouTube. He swipes around, he does Mario and Nintendo and all these things, and the AI algorithms send him content, and some of it is not age appropriate. So if you think about what the APA is calling this, it's a psychological threat. This is warfare on our children because social media was designed for us, for adults who have judgment, who have insight. We know how to limit our behaviors. It wasn't designed for kids, and now it's sort of been extended to the kids. And if you expose them to it in the wrong period, the adolescent mind from the ages of 10 to 25 is most vulnerable because it's developing. So if they see social media at that time, it can change the way that they develop.
I'm so glad that we're hearing this from you, that we're talking about this, because I follow a number of accounts with doctors that are trying to protect kids, and they say it is changing the way their brain works, the chemicals in their brain, it's rewiring the brain. That alarms me. So up until now, most of the responsibility has fallen on parents. So what would you say to that?
I mean, that's a terrible way to do it. And I think the social media platforms know that their product is harmful. They know that they've got algorithms that are actually intended to prey upon our children. They know that they prey upon vulnerable people. They sort of target the marketing to you, and yet they're not being held accountable. So I think something has got to change because this is kicking the can down the road.
It's almost like the vaping when they couldn't advertise to kids because they don't like the mint flavors and that they need to be regulated at some point. Sorry to interrupt. That's fascinating.
Absolutely, but I also think it's an oversimplification. You know, like parents don't understand what their children need at what age. On a population level, we do understand what teenagers need. We do understand how their social interactions develop. We understand they're very susceptible at that age to how they perceive their self-image based on social media. So giving them these likes, and it's almost giving them those little dopamine hits, right? And then it's propagating their behavior. It's causing addiction. It's causing, cyberbullying, which has become an epidemic in our young people. So I think the Surgeon General and the American Psychological Association are really raising a flag, saying it's not just on the parents. And just putting an age limit is an oversimplification. We need to do better.
Wow. Well, let's switch gears to another topic because a new Gallup poll found that Americans are sleeping less and are stressed out more. So this is especially true for women. What's going on here?
It is, and it's funny, women have it tough. Sorry, Al, but we do. And I feel like we get paid less, we get treated less well, and now we're sleeping less and we're more stressed out. And some of this is biological because we have our cycles, we have our hormones that can affect our quality of sleep, but a large part of this is cultural and it's societal.
Yes.
And it's how women take on this caregiver role much more often. We do more things. We're more willing to give up our sleep to take care of others, to let other people sleep, whether it's our partners or our kids or our elderly parents or what have you. But it's really chipping away, I think, at the fact that women are starting to have more disease. They're starting to have more anxiety, more depression, more sleep disorders as a result of these types of behaviors.
Well, Doc, you're explaining a cycle that's quite frankly terrifying. But how do we break this? How do we get out of this sleep cycle? If somebody's watching at home and saying, I completely identify this, they're like, and now what?
Well, you know, I have this problem myself because I'm a stressed out woman. I do a lot of things, and I bring a lot into my bedroom. And this is, any of us up here watch TV in bed or devices or do work, bring your laptop. I mean, your bed should be your sanctuary, right? The only thing you should be doing there is to go down there to sleep and really have that wind down routine. So unless we start putting in what we call sleep hygiene, like a behavior around bed, which we don't do. Our day kind of crosses over into our bedtime and our night, unless we do that. Unless
like a
we
ritual almost.
Yeah, like a bubble bath or soft music or whatever it is that you like to do, wind down. Don't stimulate your retina with screens within at least 2 hours of bedtime. If you are going to use any screens in the evening, make sure you put your blue light glasses on. No alcohol or caffeine within at least 4 hours of bedtime, because that can affect it. And then how we eat, right? We eat these large meals at dinner. Dinner tends to be our largest meal. It should be the smallest meal of the day, because when we have stress, we have reflux, and large meals can exacerbate. So we can sort of take it back, but we do need to do better. But you know, I want to share something with you guys. There's a poll out, another poll out, that talks about what time of day is the most stressful time for us. So what would you guess it says?
12:59 p.m.
That's Erica at the end of the show.
Oh,
because then she has a whole other life.
Yeah, I wake up at 8:01 and I go, everyone hates me. So that's mine.
8:01, that's late.
No, AM.
That's late.
We don't think you're a 15-year-old that's sleeping till 6 in the afternoon. We assumed it was 8:01. But yeah, why do you think Tori's starting her day like that? Because honestly, she's making a joke, but I just wake up and I'm like, I'm late. That's the first thought I have, is like, I'm late on everything I need to do today, and sometimes I'm right.
8:15 a.m. guys.
Ow, we're right.
For most of us. And so there's two reasons for that. One, psychologically, we have a mountain to climb. We have the whole day ahead of us. We've got our to-do list going. We're just poop, 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 ready to go. But biologically, our stress hormones, the cortisol, tends to peak in the morning. So we're sort of designed to get up and just get amped up right away. But keeping that in mind can help us be less stressed, I think, in the mornings.
I understand that that's the reason why I have to work out in the morning, although it makes me so tired for the day, because my brain will start to, I have to put my energy somewhere.
I like that. I really like that as a coping strategy. Exercise releases the right chemicals, puts that.
But it can help you. You just said that because when I'm getting the kids ready for school and making their lunches and their breakfast, I feel on fire in a good way. So can you channel it?
That is good.
Natural meth kicking in.
Yes, I channel it, getting things done.
Maybe I'll do that in the morning, huh?
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Coley, for joining us. DBL Nation, follow Dr. Coley on social media at Pyle Coley MD. Also be sure to subscribe to her YouTube page and check out her podcast, Heart of Medicine, wherever you listen to your podcast. That's, I'm sure, why you might be a little bit stressed with all the things, wonderful things you're doing. Coming up on DBL, our interview with Kim Fields. She's reflecting on the impact that the late Norman Lear had on her career. And a major spotlight gets put on women's basketball as Caitlin Clark gets picked first at the WNBA draft, plus how all the players stepped out in style for the red carpet. Steph Curry's god sister right there.
Ooh, beautiful.
Didn't know that.
Welcome back to DBL. A lot of people today are talking about the WNBA draft last night. It was no surprise that Caitlin Clark was the top pick. She's the NCAA's #1 all-time leading scorer, and now she's headed to play for the Indiana Fever. All right. Another star player, Angel Reese from LSU, was picked 7th and is headed to Chicago. Along with South Carolina star Camila Cardoza, who was picked 3rd. Now, a lot of those players are also making headlines for their outfits. Caitlin Clark wowed in this white satin blazer and matching mini skirt and a crystal crop top, all by Prada, who, by the way, has never dressed either a man or a woman for an NBA or WNBA draft before this. Angel Reese wore this backless hooded silver dress, I can't get over this one, with a plunging neckline by Bronx and Banco. Camila Cardoza stood out in this bright red pantsuit. And check out Stanford's Cameron Brink, who was the 2nd overall draft pick and is headed to LA. She looks amazing in this diagonal black and white dress, also Steph Curry's god sister. So lots of folks are saying that this is a defining moment in women's sports. So many of us tuned in to watch these women during the NCAA finals. So will this bring more attention to money to women's sports? There is a disparity I think we should get to. Go ahead, Sam, real quick.
Yes, the gender gap wage discrepancy that you just mentioned. Caitlin Clark will make $338,000 on a 4-year, so that's the totality rookie deal with WNBA. Last year's #1 pick in the NBA secured a 4-year contract for $55 million. But I just want to quickly say, though, I'm so happy to see these women treated like celebrities now, and also seeing them all dressed to the nine, because athletes that are female typically get boxed into being like a tomboy. And
absolutely.
Both can be true, right? Whether you're a tomboy and an athlete, or whether you're super feminine and dressed to the nine and also an athlete. So it's nice to see it.
Yeah.
Well, so this is so important, and yes, it is a defining moment. I'm not surprised to see the red carpet treated in this way, because these women are stars and have been since their freshman year in college. This is what happens when athletes are able to monetize on their own image, likeness, and brands. It is despicable, the disparity in pay.
Yeah.
That was a conversation we were having as to why a Brittany Griner would have to go to Russia in order to make enough money to take care of her family.
That's a great point.
However, these women are paid. This is something different. This is after Brittany Griner had, been off and no longer in college. And having autonomy over their brands changes the game. Do I think they should be making more on the court? Absolutely. But if you think about Michael Jordan, a very small percentage of his money was ever made on the court.
It was endorsements, of course.
Right.
I do want to let you know that, for context, Babe Ruth's salary was $80,000 in 1930. And hers is $76,000 in 2024. So I just want to make that comparison because I think it's important. Again, we hope that comes up. They looked fabulous. Coming up on DBL.
Thank you for the Babe Ruth stat.
I thought that was so cool.
Guys,
no one cared.
Secretariat raced a 13-6.
We're talking about it with a friend of the show, Kim Fields, all about how she's creating a wellness revolution while staying busy as an actress. It's a helpful comparison.
What is that?
To show that it's so far gone.
Welcome back. She's been a guest in our home for decades, playing many of our favorite TV characters, and now Kim Fields is inviting us all to join us on her wellness journey. Earlier, we spoke with her all about it. Take a look.
We love her. Help us welcome back Kim Fields.
Doing?
We're doing well now that you're here. In fact, I want to get some advice from you. As a working mom, you are constantly working. But it seems like that you're finding time to take away from show business to focus on your wellness. Why is that important to you?
Well, I think the first thing is recognizing I don't find time, because I don't know anyone who finds time. You honestly have to make an effort and create time. I even stopped saying have a nice day and create a nice day.
Oh, I like that.
And yeah, because it's far more proactive. You've got to be so intentional in everything that we're doing nowadays. And so what I wanted to do was expand what I've been doing for my own well-being. I kept finding that other people needed that too. And so I started Refresh by KF. It started out in 2020 as a series of wellness conversations on my IG, and then it's now expanded to we're having our second wellness retreat. Taking care of ourselves shouldn't be a chore, and it's something that should be fun. It's something that should feel attainable. Not that, you know, if you're not at this certain level, you're just not going to have wellness as a part of your narrative.
Something special about your Refresh retreat is you honoring your friend and friend of our show, Leslie Jordan. Before I get to how you're honoring him, I was driving down the street the other day and I remember his signal cut out. So we carried him over to the commercial break and he goes, "I'm gonna spin the block and come back." And I was like, I love this guy. He just, his energy and his presence. So tell us, what are you doing to honor him? He was so special.
Yes. I adored Leslie Jordan. I still do, obviously, to this very day. He was such an incredible actor and personality and human being. And he was a part of one of my Refresh conversations back in 2020, 2021. And we were talking about journaling, because that was something that Leslie did for decades to help with his own mental health and mental health awareness and well-being. But we do have a journaling lounge that we dedicated to Leslie. And so when you come to the retreats, you have your journal, you have your pen. And so that's a part of it. And that way he's just always a part of us.
Sadly, I have to bring this up. We also lost legendary sitcom producer Norman Lear in December. He produced many of the shows you were in, including Good Times, The Facts of Life. What's something special about him that makes you consider him, and in Judaism we call it like mishpacha, like actual family? What was something about him that made you feel that way?
Yeah, he was Uncle Norman to me. And a lot of it actually was based off of his wonderful, he just loved and adored my mom so much. Chip Fields, Chip Hurd, but at the time, Chip Fields, she did that wonderful and very impactful guest star on Good Times that everyone still can remember to this very day.
That respect is lovely.
All right, well, I got to ask you this. You know, I got a living single question. You know, you guys recently celebrated.
Living single questions a lot.
Yes, because it was an impactful show.
It's your Roman Empire.
Yes, including other shows. You know, so you guys celebrated 30 years, and we hear that the cast has a group chat. I have yet to be invited. I'm sure it's an oversight. So I have to ask, like, what was the last thing everybody was talking about in the group chat?
You know, we actually, the very, very latest thing was Dana's birthday, because it was in March. And right before that, we were giving Erica Alexander all sorts of props for her work and all of the accolades that she received for her movie American Fiction, being at the Oscars and all of that. So we are always giving each other props. Giving each other so much love and support. TC did a concert recently, so we shouted him out. They've already sent me a note saying congrats on the new episodes of Upshaw's dropping. I just love how I pretended to write this like trap song, and I started naming pretend.
Okay, all right.
But it was really about we love how you love Upshaws, because we love how everyone loves the Upshaws. I say you, girl. Move on.
I just love how you uplift everybody around
you.
She
has
that is a
wherever
gift.
She goes.
Yeah, you're so inspirational. Thank you for joining us, Kim. DBL Nation, if you want to know more about Kim's Refresh retreat in Stone Mountain, Georgia, Florida from June 7th through June 9th. Visit refreshretreat.kf.com. We'll be right back. Congratulations.
On everything.
Thank you.
Good to
Thank
see you again.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, guys.
See.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Let's go shopping. Steph, let's go shopping.
First up, we've got the Olympia USA 8-pocket 22-inch rolling duffel bag.
Whoa.
The bag has 8 convenient pockets as well as a large U-top opening, making it super easy to pack. This bag has more than 10,000 5-star reviews.
Ooh.
So normally this is $100.
Which isn't bad for that whole thing.
No, it's fantastic.
Right.
We've got it, Tori, for $39.99, so that's saving 60%. And all the convenient compartments, really handy.
I love that.
And what I love also is the Spa Dent Naturals Light Activated Professional Teeth Whitening Kit.
Heck yeah.
In just 1 week, you can achieve teeth that are up to 8 shades whiter.
In 1 week?
I know, it's amazing. Normally this is $70.
Yeah, these things get pricey.
We've got it for $19.99. That's saving 71%.
No more old whitening strips, baby.
Up next, we've got the Cuisinart Advantage Barley Breeze 5-piece ceramic coated knife set.
Cute.
Each knife comes with a blade guard, but this knife holder does not come with the deal.
Okay.
Cuisinart Advantage Professional Quality stainless steel knives have a cutting-edge, non-stick coating that will make slicing so much easier. And this set comes with a lifetime warranty.
Oh.
Normally it's $50. We have got it for just $17.99, which is saving 64%.
The color is what really makes these, and the blade guard, and of course the brand.
And then this is fantastic. It's the Lifestyle Advanced Powerhouse wireless charging speaker with an alarm clock.
I need this.
It can charge your smartphone, your smartwatch, or earbuds just by setting it on the platform.
Oh, whoa.
It's also a Bluetooth speaker. Normally, this is $100.
Yeah.
We've got it for $24.99, which is saving 75%.
Well, that's what I will be getting immediately. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag all these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan the QR code right on screen to take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. We've made it very easy. Thank you so much, Steph. All right, so we got some comments on the WNBA. Jamie says, I'm so happy to see women's sports be recognized more and be front and center. Megan says, at least they can get endorsements. I do want to say that they are playing the Las Vegas Aces, the Indiana Fever, in their first game. They've had to make it go to a bigger stadium because there's so many people. They'll be going to the Vegas Men's Golden Knights NHL Stadium.
That's a big
And hopefully that continues. That's the only way that revenue is made.
There you go. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.